Hello, this is the trade site Forex Market Preview and International Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, the 22nd of March, 2015, and ending Friday, the 27th. Hope you have a great trading week. We certainly did here at Trade Site. We got some nice volatility and some big ranges, big gains on that, especially after the Fed announcement on Wednesday. Start by looking at the dollar index daily chart. You can see the last 3 days in particular. Wednesday, the big bar down. Thursday, the nice bounce back. Friday, reversal again to the downside. We've got sort of a flag forming there, but there was some huge ranges, and we caught several of those moves. So it was a good trading week for us. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. As you would expect, the inverse of that, still forming that flag. It was up on Wednesday, down on Thursday, up on Friday. Same thing with the pound. They're all trading in sync at some level. With the dollar index, of course, here's the Aussie. Same thing. New Zealand's a little different because it did Friday close a little bit stronger, broke out above the highs of the prior 2 days. And here's a look at the pound yen. This is a cross pair. So you can see it actually didn't do as much this week as it usually seems to. So let's take a look at the intra-week action here. Here's the 30-minute chart of the euro dollar. So you can see last Friday's close. Monday, we had a fairly flat opening. We did drift up. We still had over 100 pips of range on Monday, so that's good. Tuesday was probably the flatter day of the week. That's not unusual as everybody waits for the Fed. Almost exactly 100 pips of range that day. And then Wednesday was fairly flat until the Fed announcement, but we were long and caught the trend. Then Thursday, the reversal back. We made money on the way back down. Notice the range for the week from high to low is about 600 pips on the euro dollar, which is terrific once you catch some of that. Here's a look at the pound. You can see here 500 pips of range high to low, same thing. This is the one we caught on one of those days on the way back down on Thursday. We caught a nice move there. So overall, it's been a good week for us, and it's been a decent month. I think things finally starting to pick back up. I think the market got shocked a little bit by that Swiss National Bank announcement over a month ago now. Kind of stalled out the Forex market. I think people are a little tepid, a little afraid to trade, but it feels like now that it's starting to come back, volumes come back in the Forex market. So that certainly feels better, and it's good for our trading. Ranges will, by the time we clean out the month, we'll probably see ranges have expanded for the month, but we'll take a look. All right, let's take a look at the economic data coming out this week so we can kind of build a model for what we're supposed to be doing. Westpac consumer sentiment out of New Zealand Sunday night, no big deal. CBI industrial order expectations out of the UK. To be honest, that's a new one to me. Don't even know what it is. Existing home sales from the US in the morning. We've got consumer confidence out of Europe at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Fed member speaking. Jump to the evening. Australia's CB leading index. We've got another Fed member speaking somewhere around the globe. Flash manufacturing PMI out of Japan. HSBC flash manufacturing PMI out of China and their CB leading index. Australia's, there's a speech out of Australia, somebody in the bank there as well. And then the manufacturing PMI and services PMI data out of France, Germany, and the broad European sector. Also, I always love how the UK does this every month. They put out their house price index, their PPI, and their CPI all at the same time. Very different from what we do here in the U.S. So all of them at 5:30 a.m. Eastern time Tuesday morning. Then the U.S. CPI, that's one of our big three each month. That we do go half size, so we'll be half size ahead of that number. So Monday night going into Tuesday, half size with our orders as the market tends to wait for that and then spike. Then the U.S. housing price index, flash manufacturing PMI here. The new home sales in Richmond manufacturing index here. Jump to the evening, trade balance out of New Zealand, SPPI out of Japan. The UBS consumption indicator out of Switzerland going into Wednesday morning early here in the U.S. Another Fed member speaking. Durable orders here in the U.S. Wednesday morning. S&B quarterly report out of Switzerland. That's the Swiss National Bank. Again, hopefully they don't say anything shocking this time. Crude oil inventories is the weekly number. Money supply out of Europe. Retail sales out of the UK. CBI realized sales out of the UK. We've got the weekly unemployment claims number here in the U.S. Thursday morning. Another Fed member speaking somewhere. And then Bank of Canada governor speaking. Got the a lot of speeches this week, I see. Flash services PMI out of the U.S. Thursday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time. The weekly natural gas inventories number, what we call natty gas. Japan does their dump of household spending, CPI for the city of Tokyo, CPI for the nation, unemployment rate, all at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then 20 minutes later, retail sales. German import prices, Italian retail sales, speech from another U.S. Fed member, the third look at fourth quarter GDP here in the U.S. It's not a big deal. It's a revised number, so it's not the first one that moves the market. University of Michigan sentiment, that's the final one for March here in the U.S. as we get close to wrapping up the month, and then Fed Chairman Yellen speaking. Then we got a couple days next week, and then we go into April in the second quarter of the year already. Next weekend, I'll note that the European time changes occur. We already did them here in the U.S. They happen in Europe at the end of this week, so that kind of will cause the Forex market to tweak again as everybody offsets by an hour. Some of the trading doesn't overlap the way that it usually does. That tends to mess with the technicals for a couple of days. That's it. So the CPI is the big number, but there's other numbers around the globe to be aware of and a lot of speeches, it seems. We'll be in the lab trading it as usual, trying to help you out, make some money. Charts brought to you by eSignal. If you do find our videos useful, please like them on YouTube. Have a great trading week.